I find myself giving some version of what I'm getting ready to cover probably once every 6 months or so, somewhere in that neighborhood. So let me start with everybody on staff has an expiration date, just like milk, just like lunch meat. Everybody's got a date with which they will spoil and they will go bad. Now, let me define spoilage or going bad. It doesn't mean they're going to do something negative or nasty in your center or rip you off or do something that catastrophically costs you money. It may just be they've decided that your business doesn't meet their needs, or they're no longer motivated by the opportunity, or they are no longer a good fit for your patients, clients, or members. Whatever it might be, it may just be time for them to go. I want to share with you a few things you need to be able to keep an eye on so that you are able to manage this scenario as best you can. And the reason I'm bringing this up now is there have been a rash of terminations, resignations, come to Jesus meetings with staff members amongst a lot of the client locations with which we work, which this time of year, it's not atypical for that to happen. For example, we just came out of summer, and a lot of times staff is exhausted after we've come out of summer because selling weight loss programs and doing the things we need to do when operating a weight loss function are not as easy as they are to do in the fall. So by the time we roll around into the fall, our expectations as business owners start to increase. And sometimes we may have an expectation that's beyond the threshold of pain for the person for whom we're sharing that or expecting some results from. It really comes down to two things: trust and verification. Trust but verify. Old adages from dealing with the Russians back in the 50s, the 60s, the 70s, and even the 80s. Trust but verify. I will trust the team. I will trust my coworkers. I will trust my partners, but we have to have some mechanism that provides verification. Unfortunately, unlike personal relationships, you really can't say to someone, well, sweetheart, I trust you, but I need to verify that you really love me. There's no way to do that, but with staff you can. So it's important not to apply the same standards of trust that you do in your personal life to your work life. So when you are looking at what goes on in the office, we need to trust but verify. So what are some ways you can verify? Now, first and foremost, it starts with expectations. What are your expectations of what should be done? Here are the most common. I expect people on staff to answer the phone and follow a phone script. So we want to verify that. How do you do that? You can have people shop your center. Friends, family, colleagues, have someone call your center and where they can record it, or maybe you listen in on the call when they do it. See if they're following your script. In my mind as a staffer, I may be saying to you, yeah, I'm following the script. There may be elements of it I'm not even cognizant of that I'm missing. So you need to verify that they're doing it. We need to make sure if there are outbound call requirements, for example, confirming appointments or calling previous no-show appointments to reschedule them. If I'm charged with the responsibility of making 50 outbound calls a day, well, there should be some verification. Tell me who you called and when you called them, and let's take note of that, whether it's a software system or we're just taking handwritten notes. If the expectation is that I'm doing due diligence with patients, clients, prospective patients, clients, or members, you may want to record those conversations from time to time with everybody's permission or acknowledgement that from time to time these conversations may be recorded for the purpose of quality assurance. So there's all kinds of little things you can do to make sure that you are getting some sense of verification. You can expect certain things, but inspect what you expect. Do not assume those things are being done on a regular basis. Now, it does not mean the people that report to you or the people that you work with have gone south on you. What it really means is, as a manager, how effective have you been in training, retraining, and retraining some more, and providing an environment where, as an employee, I get to showcase the fact that I'm indeed following what you've instructed me to follow, and I am having the successes that are anticipated. So don't apply the same standards you do at home to the workplace. You need to be able to inspect what you expect and trust but verify everything. Otherwise, here's what happens. You get into an engagement, you begin to engage in a pattern of lies, quite frankly. If you are asking someone, did you do this? And they know you're not checking on it, I'm going to tell you, quite frankly, after some period of time, it's human nature to just start saying, yeah, sure, I did that. Or I always do that. When in fact, I'm not. But in my own heart of hearts, I think I do. I'm not saying yes to you to be deceptive. It may just be a simple fact of, well, you're not going to check it anyway. To the best of my knowledge, I probably did it. But before you know it, a slippery slope has occurred. I made note yesterday talking about drawing a correlation between personal issues like with the NFL that are being drug out and equating that to what you do in the center. Literally thousands of times I've seen it happen where staff was trusted to do certain things, but once they were gone, oh my gosh, it's like the lid gets blown off as to what really went on. You hear it from patients, clients, and members. Oh my God, all they did was talk about their personal life, or they did this, or they did that, or they said this, or they said that. It's never positive things, or very rarely anything positive. And then you hear from coworkers, or you go back and you check their work on things and realize they didn't do all the things they said they were doing. It. That is not the staffer's fault. That is the responsibility of management to trust but verify, to inspect what you expect. If you'd like more information or some simple reporting tools that are very, very effective in some of the top weight loss centers in the country, you may want to reach out to us. We are intelliFRAN. We're the only company that exists that provides operational support to weight loss offerings run by physicians, chiropractors, and franchise investors in weight loss operations. If you'd like to have a quick conversation with us, click us or call us. We'll spend about 20, 30 minutes on the phone with you, see if we're a good fit, and figure out an action plan to get you some positive results right away. Have a great day.